All right, look, if you are in crypto, whether you are a trader, investor, whatever, doesn't matter, you need to protect your crypto. And most people out there actually fall short of this. Having a hardware wallet is not enough. It's a start, but it's not enough. So what I'm going to do in this video, I am going to give you some best practices, but also some simple tools so you can protect yourself 95% from the threats out there. They're simple to do, simple to use, and it will protect you so you can actually sleep at night. So without further ado, let's get started right now.
Hey guys, I'm htts. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at htts.
Hey, welcome back. My name is Paul. If it's your first time here, this channel is all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can easily and simply protect yourself or protect your crypto so you can have peace of mind. Look, hacks happen every day. They happen all the time. And most people end up saying, I can't believe it happened to me. And then they take protection. Then they start protecting themselves. The problem is that most people buy an alarm system after they get robbed. Most people buy fire extinguishers after there are fires. You don't want to do that. You need to protect yourself no matter what amount you have. So let's get started straight away with a crypto wallet. Now, there are many crypto wallets out there. There's hardware wallets, hotware wallets. There are a lot of wallets out there. I'm going to show you my hardware wallets of choice from Alipal for the house, but also when I travel. And look, Alipal actually released the world's first air-gapped wallet. It's this wallet right here, and the Alipal X card, and I use these myself. All right, so let me show you what that looks like. First of all, I have 2 boxes of Alipal cold wallets over here. Thank you, Alipal, for sending these out. Alipal is sponsoring this video. But as you can see, I have my own Alipal wallet right here, which is out of battery because I'm an idiot. But this is what it looks like. It basically looks like a very light phone, a bit smaller than your iPhone. Well, actually, much smaller than your iPhone over here. And here's how it works. You have your addresses in here, and you have your application on your phone, whether it's an iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. And you actually, in order to send and receive, you need to scan your barcode in this device, which is air-gapped. So let's say you want to send cryptocurrency to somebody, you have to scan the code, then vice versa. This is very safe, one of the safest ways to actually hold your crypto. Now, this comes with a lot of other features. I'm not gonna touch on all of them in this video, but essentially they have over 1 million users, me being one of them, 12 billion protected in crypto, 10,000 plus tokens, and it's been secure for 7 years. They have the Forbes Advisor Best of 2024 badge over here. You can see their app over here. This is actually showing the Alipal X card, but it's the same for their air-gapped wallet. They have swap features and so on. So with that said, what about when you travel? Because, okay, this is light, it's efficient, but you don't really want to travel with this. It's like having a second phone. Well, I use the Alipal X card, which is this card over here. Functions the same with the app, but the only difference is you have your phone, and in order to make the transaction, you put the card close to your phone, and that's how it recognizes you. So your crypto is safe within the app. Of course, you get your seed phrases, private keys, and so on. As a matter of fact, you actually get this machine. Let me find it real quick. You get this little machine or thingamajiggy, and you actually put your card into the thingamajiggy, and you actually create your private keys or your seed phrase at the house with nobody else around knowing it. So it's actually very, very secure. Now, With that said, there are other ways and other things you need to do to protect your crypto. And before I give you advice on key phrase storage and so on, let me show you something that everybody here needs if you are in crypto. This is actually mind-blowingly useful and works and can save you from honeypots, from scams, from DeFi scams and so on. Let me show you. So here we have Kerberos, and there's a free version which works perfectly, by the way, and a paid version. And what this does, it sits in your browser and protects you. It has scam detections of 99.9%. This is actually very, very useful and has actually protected and saved many people. Basically, it sits on your browser. It enables automatic Web3 scam protection in one click. You can trade, you can do anything you want, and it will protect you. It will not allow scams to drain your wallet and take your crypto. Again, it's free, and there's a paid version. The paid version is a very, very small percentage for when it protects you. It scans the smart codes and everything in DeFi and makes sure you don't get wrecked, you don't get drained, you don't get scammed. It's a must. If you don't have this, the bare minimum, if you are in crypto and you don't have this, and you know about it, you're insane. You're insane because it's actually very easy to use. All right, so as you can see at the top right here, I actually have Kerberos installed. I had it hidden earlier on, but if I click this, you will see my security protection is fully active. So let me show you what this does. I'm just gonna click the gear action over here. And you can see I've enabled Sentinel-3 protection, okay? So this is actually, you can turn this on and off depending on what you're doing. Transaction translation, it tells me exactly what's going on before every time I sign a signature. If I'm on DeFi, it is active on-chain protection. So this is for on-chain attacks such as address poisoning. I protect everywhere, meaning we warn you if you copy a malicious address or website before you interact with it. This is amazing, by the way. Social Shield, they flag fake accounts on X feed to prevent you from visiting malicious links. Emergency alerts, as you can see, you get emergency alerts if your browser or something is going wrong or at risk. And pre-connect a loader, so it actually shows you what's going on before you connect your wallet. And there's a whole bunch of other things. Now, I have the paid version over here. And when I say paid version, I mean I spend a small transaction fee when I actually use it and when it matters, but you can downgrade for free as well. So it's actually very, very useful and a must. Again, I have to repeat this, a must if you're in crypto, especially if you're in DeFi Web3. The links to these, by the way, are in the description down below, both Kerberos and Elipal. As a matter of fact, I have a QR code for Elipal right here, but I also have everything I'm talking about in this video in the links down below. All right, so now you are protecting yourself with your Elipal air-gapped crypto wallet and your Elipal X card, whichever one you prefer, and you're protecting yourself from malicious actors in your browser with Kerberos. But what about your online security? See, a lot of people actually forget this. They just get a VPN and they think that's enough, and it's not. You need to protect yourself and your computer at all times. And one of the best tools that are out there, and this is actually free. Again, there's a paid version, but the free version is actually industry standard. If you are in computers, not even crypto for a while, you know that this is industry standard, and that is having the Malwarebytes browser protection. So with Malwarebytes, you can fix today and protect forever, and secure your devices with a one malware removal tool and protection software. The cool thing is this removes malware. It's actually one of the best, if not the best one out there, but it also has protection software. So you download the free version over here and get a free virus scan and clean up your device, but then you can also protect yourself 24/7. And it also has identity theft. This is actually very useful if you are a creator, influencer, and so on. But also, it's actually one of the best threat protection tools out there. So let me show you what this looks like. If I come up here to the top right of my screen, you can see that I am fully protected. First of all, ads and trackers, I don't care. Look, I have this over here. It actually protects me. As a matter of fact, let me just go to another screen so it just looks darker and you can actually see this pop better. But as you can see, ads and trackers are not showing and I'm protected from them. Second of all, malware. This is the important part. This protects me from malware. And malware can actually creep into your system without you being even aware. There are sneaky ways all the time. Malwarebytes actually protects you. And scams, it blocks attempts to access your personal data. So I have full protection here. Of course, the free version does a lot, by the way. Again, industry standard, but you can also check out Malwarebytes in the description down below. So now you have your cold wallet to protect you. You have Kerberos to protect your wallets and crypto, and you have Malwarebytes in order to protect your system. Now, there are a couple of things you need to do, a couple of things you need to start practicing to fully protect yourself. Number one, never use the same email for your exchanges. Use different emails. First of all, if somebody has one email, they can probably access everything else if they actually get in. But second of all, it allows you to understand if they are scamming you or not with emails and so on, because it actually keeps everything separate and you know which emails you use for what. So it's just best practices. Number two, your seed phrase from your wallet. After you get your hardware wallet and you write down your seed phrase, possibly even punching it into a metal plate, you need to know where to protect it. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice to keep you safe and keep you sane here, okay? The device itself can be in your drawer. It doesn't matter if they take it, if they don't know your code, they can't do anything with it. Your seed phrase, however, is if somebody gets that or your private keys, you're screwed. So what you want to do is, number one, split them. Split them and have them in two locations so nobody can access one location and the other. For example, if you have a beach house and a house, you can split them so now you have one in one house, one in the other. And if you insist on having them all together, make sure it's hidden and make sure you code it in a way that you remember to rejuggle the words, so even if somebody finds it, they can't actually use it, if that makes sense, okay? And number two, your whole seed phrase, because you never know what happens. You might lose one of those places that you have your key phrase or you don't have access or whatever, you never know. You have it in a bank vault where it's protected by guns. Yes, I know, ironic. So, I know, I get it. But no one's gonna get it there. And it's still the safest place to keep something like that. So just rent a vault, put it in there. If you're very paranoid, put half in there and half in another vault somewhere else, in another bank or anywhere else, if you're over paranoid, and that's it. And also make sure you have multiple wallets, use multiple exchanges, never leave your crypto unless you're trading it on an exchange, not your keys and not your crypto. And that way you can protect yourself. And this is the absolute minimum you need to do to protect your crypto. Now there's one more thing. One more thing you need to use, in my opinion, when you're buying cryptocurrency so you don't get caught off guard with your pants down before something even happens. And that is using a free tool like CoinScan here. This is a free GPT that actually scans a coin across structure, momentum, and context to give you fast, no hype reality checks. So let me show you how this works. And by the way, this is at AICryptoSuite.com. These are all GPTs and apps built by myself, the Crypto Factor, and you can actually check these out. For example, ismycoindead.com, a crypto TA reality check, Folioli.app, which is a portfolio tracker, and SafeOne, and so on. And this is CoinScan. So let's open up CoinScan so you can see how this works. So this is CoinScan. It's a GPT I created. It's programmed specifically for crypto and finding what matters. And you can either CoinScan a coin with a ticker, for example, BNB or whatever you want, SafeMove SafeMoon or whatever you want to scan, the contract address if it's less known, or even the project URL. And you can even ask it if this is a honeypot so it can check the contract address. A honeypot is very dangerous. Look it up. It actually protects you from these and actually checks the code for other malicious code, for lack of better terms. So let's say over here we can put, let's say, SafeMoon, and it will think for a while, not too long, probably seconds, not minutes, but depending on the project, it will take up to a minute to actually look at this. It shows you what it's looking at and what it's searching, or how it's thinking, if you will. Don't click answer now. Let this run, let it look at GitHub and so on. And look, it thought for 23 seconds and it's giving you an extreme risk on this coin. Why? And it explains to you exactly why. Major US enforcement actions and so on for SafeMoon, criminal case, bankruptcies, smart contract exploits, which I was talking about years ago when SafeMoon came out. Nobody wanted to listen. I actually made over 30 videos warning you about the code, warning you about the marketing, but no one listens to the Crypto Factor. Well, now you don't have to. You can just listen to this AI. Migration, contracts, weak markets, and so on. You have on-chain signals. It actually searches on-chain for you. Dev signals, you can actually see if they're actually active on GitHub, what's going on, and so on. And look, over here, there's poor active maintenance, which is very important. There's context signals and what to do next. It actually gives you advice on what I would do. This is completely free, doesn't cost a dime. There's no email signups or anything like that. It will never ask you to log in. Go ahead and check it out. You will love it. So, protect yourself. Protect your crypto. I'll be making more videos like this, more in depth. Comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be delighted to ask them. And make sure you watch this video right here next. You don't want to miss this video. Make sure you watch it. It's extremely important. And I will see you, well, in that video. Take care.